What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Before I get started, I'm gonna let you know right now, if there's any woman or women that are gonna watch this, I'm warning you now, you will be triggered. Man, where do I begin, man? I've been seeing a lot. One video in particular on TikTok. And if you haven't already, man, follow me on TikTok. I'll leave the link in the description. There was this one particular female, like, going off, saying that men are complaining about paying for everything and saying that women are the prize. And as much as I know it's going to trigger women when I say this, but you've been fooled. I'm sorry, but y'all really have. And I just want to go over a few points that proves this. And for any woman that's watching this, if you take the time to take your feelings out of the equation and think of strictly logic, you'll be able to understand this and take it in for what it is. First reason is a really easy and simple reason, and people should already know this, but ladies, y'all do realize that y'all outnumber the males on this planet, right? I mean, really, I could end it with just that one reason alone, but we'll dig deeper. I mean, how can you possibly be the prize when you outnumber the men on this planet? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Because when I think of the term prize, I think of something that shouldn't necessarily be a surplus. So if there's a surplus of women in comparison to men, how are women the prize and not men? Alright, so that's my first reason. I ain't gonna dig in, ain't really much digging you can do for that. That's just common sense. Reason number two, and this is something that I've learned from the MANOSPHERE, and anybody who follows Donovan Sharp, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, anybody, all these guys will all tell you the same thing. From the moment a woman is born, she has value. Ladies, you're sitting on your value. If you're sitting down right now, you're sitting on your value. Men, we have to build our value. Therefore, I hate to say this, but that makes us more of a prize. And think of it this way. And I'm gonna use the same analogy Myron Gaines used because it makes perfect sense. If you're a person who inherits $1 million and then blows it all, but I built up to $1 million, but you're telling me how to invest my million when you inherited yours and you blew it all. Who are you to tell me how to invest my million? So it's like this. I mean, for men, we don't really get to see any kind of return for the hard work that we put in until we get in our 30s and 40s or even 50s. And 30s and 40s are prime years for guys, physically and financially. So, and usually around the 30s and 40s for a female, that's when the looks start to decline. Your fertility starts to go down. It's harder to have kids at that age. And what I need women to understand is like, because women get in their feelings when you throw these facts at them like their opinions. It's like, no, like, this is biological. Like, there's studies that are done when it comes to stuff like this. So I don't really understand why women get so butthurt about this. Like, facts are facts. So the fact that a man has to build his value up just for you to even catch his attention, whether it be, sorry about that, y'all, whether it be building his body up, you know what I mean, which is something I had to do, which, by the way, I'm gonna do a transformation video in the future, y'all. Financially, like, cause let me tell you, I mean, even though I'm only an above average earner, I can tell you guys that I wasn't even making what the average person makes 5 years ago, and I'm 36 now. So, you know what I mean? I'm definitely progressing the right way, and I want to continue on that path. And I can tell you this, I get more attention from women now than I did 5 years ago, even though I'm still not where I want to be. So, the fact that women say they are the prize, when you factor in my second reason, you know, the fact that women are born with value and men, we have to build that up. And let me tell you something, building up value is a hell of a lot harder than just trying to preserve it. You know what I mean? Ladies, y'all got life is easy for y'all. Alright? It's a hell of a lot harder out here for men. So, therefore, if you can find a man that's on his purpose and on his ish, I don't know what to tell you. And for third reason, I kind of mentioned it at the end of the second reason, is like the way the world is built now. I'm like, ladies, y'all got it so much easier than us. I mean, the average looking woman that's in shape can jump on OnlyFans and slowly build up a fortune, like, quickly. Well, I mean, I take that back. I don't want to say slowly build up a fortune quickly. That doesn't make sense. What I mean is, I guess what I mean by quickly is y'all can make a fortune really young. If you're in shape, the average woman that's in shape, I mean, she can hop on Instagram, OnlyFans, and, you know, monetize her looks for money, and just like that, she making bands. I'm like, men, we don't have that luxury. And for the women who want to come on here and, oh, I know men that make X amount of dollars on OnlyFans. You're talking about porn stars, celebrities typically, and the guys that are making a little bit of money off of OnlyFans, I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10 it's because they're working with a girl on their OnlyFans. So it's not just some guy on there by themselves. Like, come on. And on top of that, that's a small percentage of the people that have an OnlyFans account. So that kills that argument right there. Like, I'm like, because that's one of the issues that a lot of women have when it comes to arguments and debates like this. They always want to hit you with the, I like to call it the exception to the rule argument. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna, you know what I mean? It's kind of like if a woman says all men cheat, but I tell them I don't. That makes me the exception. But that doesn't, you know what I mean? That doesn't change the point that that person would be trying to make towards me if they said all men cheat. You see what I'm saying? So for the women who always want to hit you with that exception to the rule argument, just throw that in their face. Because I can tell you right now, ain't too many women gonna disagree if you throw that analogy at them, because women think all men cheat anyway, when in reality they cheat just about as much as men do, if not more. But that's another video for another day. But yeah, like, just as men, we got it way harder, man. Like, it's harder for us to build wealth. The only reason why it doesn't seem that way is because women typically take jobs that are a lot easier, you know, on the body. Like, you know, as men take on a lot more of the harder jobs, you know, that are more physically demanding but pay more. STEM jobs, for people who don't know what STEM is, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. You know what I mean? Like, it's to the point where, like, colleges are, like, pushing and encouraging women to get into STEM fields because it's so male dominated. But women don't want to take these jobs on because even though they pay well, it's a lot more demanding. Like, women tend to take more jobs that are like communications, nursing, you know, things of that nature. Stuff that involves women to be more social, because women are social creatures. You know, as men, you know, we tend to work better when it's like a group project or something that we can work on our own. Like, me personally, like, I notice I'm really, really, really good at working on my own. When I'm doing things on my own, man, I'm like, I can get things done like that. And I mean, I'm very efficient, very productive. So yeah, man. So that pretty much finishes my third reason. You know, I'm like, just the way the society is set up nowadays, man, women just got it a lot easier than us, man. So therefore, I find it kind of hard for a woman to be the prize when you got it way easier in life nowadays than men do. I mean, that saying probably would have sufficed, you know, 60, 70 years ago before the you know what movement hit. But the way the world is now, I'm like, women have fought, you know, to have things the way they are now for so long. It's like, it's just easier for y'all. And the messed up part about it is, I'm like, you still got women out here complaining like they're oppressed when they're really not. Like, y'all not. I mean, the wage gap thing, I'm like, that's a myth for the same reasons that I just mentioned in my third reason. So that's that, y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here, man. Try to keep this kind of short, man. This was kind of a rant that I need to get off my chest because it's kind of been on my mind for a while. Definitely gonna hit you guys with some more reaction videos. And I'm also gonna be putting out a push-pull workout here shortly, here in the next few days or so. I had to take a little break from uploading. Had some personal things going on. But yeah, guys, man, that's it. And you know, like I always say, man, before you go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.